Why I chose to be controversial with my personality and my brand. My name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, your number one most controversial relationship therapist in Africa. I know I'm controversial. Controversy for me is a strategy. It is deliberate. It is intentional. It is a spice I deliberately put in everything I do. For every time I want to make a video or I want to throw my opinion, I deliberately look for emotion, a narrative, a different perspective that people don't like to hear, that people don't like to use. I like to come from a different point of view. You know, in this part of the world, a lot of people hate what they don't understand. People are so comfortable with the things that they are used to. They don't want to come out of their comfort zone. So Okoro Blessing is that woman that is going to say that thing that is not regular. That thing that you don't like to hear. I'm going to bring it from that perspective. That's your illusion. I bring your reality to your face. I'm like your mirror. Exactly. The reality about my brand is the fact that people think that I'm hated. I'm not hated. People don't hate me. People just hate their reflection. Okoro Blessing is that woman that will remind you of your reflection. Exactly. I'm like a mirror that keeps showing you that thing that you don't want to see. So each time I bring that mirror, you are boxing the mirror. No matter how much you box the mirror, you are going to injure yourself. You keep hurting yourself. It is that reflection in the mirror that is the problem, which is you. So each time I come and talk about something that relates to you, something that you've been hiding, something that you don't want to accept, you see yourself saying, Blessing, shut up! Who does what keep that? No, I'm not the problem. You are the problem. So it's a strategy for me. It's a strategy for me to be able to show people their reflection. I'm like that mirror. The mirror is going to show you what it is. Exactly. What you see is what you get in the mirror. Controversy for me is fun. I'm catching crews because growing up as a young girl, I had so many questions that I did not have answers to. If there was an Okoro Blessing while I was growing up, I think I would have even been a more better woman today, because people don't want to tell you the truth. I don't know why people don't want to tell you the truth. A lot of people lie to you. A lot of people use, sweet words, sugar, ice cream. So most of you think that life is ice cream. Most of you think that life is sugar. Exactly. So a lot of you have been built with a wrong narrative. That's why when life comes, it hits you so hard because you are not prepared. That is not what they have told you that life is. They have told you that life is ice cream. So you have built yourself to go and be licking ice cream. No, life is bitter leaf. And bitter leaf is medicinal to the body. Don't forget that when you're chewing bitter leaf, you'll be squeezing your face. But that thing that you are eating is what's going to help build your body for at the long run. But when you're licking ice cream, it's so fun. You lick like 5 cups. Diabetes. So Okoro Blessing is bitter leaf. Embarking on the journey as a relationship therapist, I did research. I went to up to 4 different relationship therapists to see how they work. And I saw that they were just regular. They did not even catch my interest. They were boring. Sitting with the couple of relationship therapists I've sat down with, about 4 or 5 of them, I couldn't even sit down with them for 1 hour because they were boring. Everything about them were judgmental. They were like the regular things we see in church and our pastors. No, I needed someone who can look me in the face and tell me the truth, no matter how bitter it was. I needed somebody who could tell me that this is the way life is. Okoro Blessing, go and prepare. Now, what kills most of us is the fact that life throws you off balance because you don't prepare. Most of you hate to hear that word, preparation. If they tell you what meat pie goes through in the oven, you might never eat it. If they tell you what women go through in the labor room, you might never give birth. Some of you don't want to hear what meat pie goes through. You just want to chop meat pie. These are the issues. Okoro Blessing is more of a realist. I'm a humanist. I like to bring things from a human point of view, from a relatable point of view. That's why a lot of people warm up to me. That's why I can spring up conversations. That's why I can make people talk. I can make people talk because that thing I'm saying is something that they are going through, but they don't want to accept. That's why when I talk, internet will scatter. I've been saying the same thing your pastors are saying, but me, I'm saying it in an honest way. I'm saying it in a human. I'm not bringing Bible. I'm not trying to paint it. I'm not trying to be scriptural. These things I'm talking about are things you can relate to. That's why when I say it, it hits you very, very hard. It's as if I'm talking to you directly. Because this thing is something that is happening in your life, but you don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept life. It's just like when you hear something like death, you shout, God forbid, but all of us will die. When you have an understanding that all of us will die, it makes you to live a better life, to want to leave a legacy in case you drop dead any day. But no, God forbid I cannot die. Now you go first die first. People don't like truth. People don't want to hear truth. People wonder, even if you want to tell them the truth, just coin it, just put small sugar. Blessing, don't just say it like that. A lot of people say the problem they have with me is the way I say things. I don't say it the way they have been hearing it. I don't say it the way their pastor used to tell them, brethren, Sister Mary, sister in the Lord. I don't say it that way. I give it to you, basbos. Why do I give it to you, basbos? It's because that is what life will give you. Life do not give you a warning bell. Life do not tell you, I am coming. When it's sickness want to hit you, you prepare. I'm a woman who wants to prepare your mind so that when you get into these things, it's not shocking to you. Many of you have not been able to function well. Many of you are always depressed because you did not prepare for this life. They did not tell you that this is how life is. They told you that life was just go there, don't worry. Life is so sweet. Some of your parents have given you luxury, so you don't know that life is going to hit you. No matter how rich, no matter how wealthy you are, life will hit all of us one by one. I prepare you. Let's talk about religion. The reason why I don't bring religion in so much of the things I do and so much of the things I say, the reason why I don't quote Bible, the reason why I try so hard not to even quote Bible, because all the Bible verses you have been hearing, what have you been doing with it? You know how to quote Bible. You know these things of, anytime Okoro Blessing wants to say something, you say the Bible say, since you know it, why can't you implement it? So I have realized that a lot of you just quote Bible, a lot of you own Bible, but you don't read Bible. You don't even understand Bible. You just like it just because they told you that Bible is going to save you. So every day you carry Bible and put it under your armpit. Bible cannot save you. It is what is inside the Bible that will save you. It is the things that you read and understand that will save you. So I realized that a lot of you just love things just because you met it, just because you heard it. So what do? I hit your reasoning. I want an audience that can be depth. I want you to, if you know me, I want you to be a depth person. I want you to be able to reason and say, I want you to be able to reason. Use your head. Religion makes a lot of you lazy. Religion makes a lot of you live in fear. Religion makes a lot of you not to ask questions. Religion makes a lot of you dull. You are not smart. You are afraid. Because a lot of people, when they hear spirituality, they don't want to ask questions. They don't want God to punish them. They don't want the devil to come and use them. They don't want Holy Spirit to meet them. But no, you're supposed to ask questions. Jesus was a teacher. Jesus was a teacher. He went from place to place to teach. Jesus will go into the church and sit with everybody there. Jesus did not have a special chair. Jesus sat with the multitude. He did that so that you can be able to ask him questions. You are going to know. Some of you don't know Jack. Some of you don't even know religion. You are just afraid of religion. You don't just want to talk about it so that God will not punish you. That's the reason why you are a daft. That's the reason why you are foolish. That's the reason why you are the way you are. And that's the reason why a lot of fake prophets are using your head. Open your eyes. That is the reason why I chose controversy. I was tired of lies. I was tired of people lying to me. I was tired of people, can you just tell me the truth? Let me deal with it. Can you just tell me this is what life has to offer? Let me prepare my mind. Because for every time they keep lying to you, you get there and it's not what they said it is. And that's the one thing about church. A lot of churches know that if they tell you the truth, you will not come to church again. So they keep painting it, they keep coining it, they keep, dancing around the bush. A lot of things that churches do, they dance around the bush. They don't want to tell you that this is what it is, because they want you to come into church. Me, I want to tell you that this is what it is. For you to be able to reason, for you to be able to think, for you to be able to have a mind of your own and understand what is called choices and consequences, for you to know that God will not help you when you keep making bad choices, for you to be able to reason when you want to choose. When you want to make this choice, you say, I have the power, let me reason before I make these choices. God will not help me. That's where I'm coming from. And that's why they sound controversial. So a lot of people ask me how I deal with trolls, backlashes, because if you're controversial, people will drag you. Exactly. When you're controversial, it always looks as if you are mad, because if people are going left, you'll be going right, and if you are going right, you'll be going left. So definitely they will drag you because they are not used to these things. I've told you before, people hate what they don't understand. So a lot of people don't like God. They don't even know what this blessing is saying. What this blessing itself is confused. I hear that a lot. So I'm able to deal with controversy because before I chose controversy as a strategy, I already know that I'm not for everybody. Not everybody is going to be strong enough to take my content. I'm only for strong and depth people. If you are shallow, you will not like me. If you are somebody that is love, you will not like me, because I am an anti-love person. I'm a realist. I'm somebody who wants to be factual, who wants to bring reality to life. So I already know that I'm going to have an audience, and I'm going to have people who will not agree with me. People who have been used to church, people who have been used to reading, people who are lazy-minded. I know. Yes, a lot of people are not even patient enough to watch a productive video. All these lazy-minded people will sit down and watch pornography for 1-2 hours. They don't get tired. They sit down and watch rubbish for 1-2 hours. But when it comes to a productive video, they don't even listen to you. That's why they don't like you. So a lot of people who don't like blessing are people who don't want to pay attention, are people who don't want to be attentive, are people who don't want to reason, are people who don't want to rack their head and say, they don't want it. That's why they don't like me. And the reality of it is that life, you must rack your head. Marriage, you must rack your head. Relationship, you must rack your head. That thing you are running away from blessing is what you're going to face in life. Some people are not detailed. Some people are not depth. Some people are just shallow. So that's the reason why many people don't like me. And before I embarked on this journey, I know. So I'm not even here for everybody. And let me tell you, the more all of you have sense, the more I cannot make money. It is your senselessness that give me money. Yes. It is your ignorance that we make money out of. It is when you don't listen, that's when we make money out of you. If you listen to me, you might never even get to pay me for one day. It is you that refuse to listen to me, that when life serves you breakfast, when you become a victim, you remember me. A lot of people only remember Okoro Blessing when they are heartbroken. A lot of people will only remember me when they are divorced. A lot of people will only remember me when their husband hits them. A lot of people will only remember me when they are not good in bed. But they never listen to me. Most things people pay me for are things that I've been saying on social media. That's the funniest thing. But the fact is, they did not listen to me until they became a victim. So they will now pay me. And when you pay me, you pay attention. When you pay me, you will hear, you will not even argue with me. So to be very honest, controversy pays me, and it pays me so much. So much. So it's okay to be senseless. It's okay not to take my opinion. I will still be here being controversial and enjoying myself. I love you guys. What?